Hello, welcome back to How About That Crypto. You're watching your daily crypto news with your host, Bitcoin Stylist on Twitter and Bitcoin Hairstylist on Instagram. I am here Monday through Friday, and I explain crypto and Web3 while keeping you up to date on all the latest. Today's news stories are: last night's Grammys were sponsored by crypto exchange Binance, and NFTs were a big part of the night. And crypto wallet is being integrated into Apple Pay. Yes, you heard me. You can use Apple Pay to buy crypto. This is massive. What does all this mean? Well, don't worry, I'll explain it all. But first, if you like the content or you don't like the content, please let me know by leaving a comment below. If you're listening on podcast, please give me 5 stars and follow me. If you're watching on YouTube, please smash the subscribe button and ring the bell. It helps support the channel and it doesn't cost you anything. Just to be clear and litigious, this is not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. You can use the links below to do your own research. My prayers continue to go out to Ukrainian people and all those affected by this war. Hopefully this is over sooner than later. So it seems insensitive and insignificant to discuss the Oscars or the Grammys. One of the biggest stories last week was the Will Smith slap. Ukraine and COVID took back seats across the internet. Not cool for sure. We do not live in a world where everything stops to focus on whatever may or may not be the most important thing to pay attention to. I read this morning that the fighting in Mariupol is still going on, and the pictures of blown out buildings and destroyed tanks and cars. It's super sad. I also do believe it's okay to be distracted from time to time, to take a mental health break from all of the horrendous things going on in the world. My wife and I have a side business together, and we were covering an event this weekend. It was fun, inspirational, and such an incredible breakaway from all the sadness and unfortunate things happening in the world. Well, today is Monday, and I'm here to report the news. I do not intend to be insensitive, and I do not think it's insignificant to the adoption of crypto that the Grammys are in bed with crypto. So I'm going to share something for you. If you're listening on podcast, you will be able to hear it. If you want to follow along, you can click on the links below. Author Jennifer Schoenberger reports for Yahoo Finance. Recording Academy CEO, Grammys focused on diversity and goes crypto. The article focuses on 2 themes, diversity and crypto. So check this out. This is an excerpt from the article. Diversity, equity, and representation, inclusion, that's really at the heart of everything we're trying to do at the Academy. Harvey Mason Jr., CEO of the Recording Academy, told Yahoo Finance in an interview. So will be manifested on our stage, in front of the camera, behind the camera. Mason said the Recording Academy, which puts on the annual award show, has introduced an inclusion rider to track and collect the data to make sure underrepresented communities and Recording Academy members are being represented both in front of the camera and behind the camera. Now, I'm not going to be the one that makes a connection to inclusion in crypto for the Grammys. I reported last week how the EU regulations that make crypto industry in Europe exactly like our current financial system requirements and accessibility to many citizens around the world cannot meet. Okay, I'm going to say it again. The EU regulations that are passing in Europe right now, and they're due to pass, they had an overwhelming majority vote. And if you want to watch the news, you can watch that my last episode on Friday. So they're making the current crypto system just like our current financial system, which has requirements, and the accessibility cannot be met by many citizens around the world, thus leaving many people out. You do not have to have a bank account to get into crypto. You can just download an app and voila. Go to a crypto ATM, which are outlawed in the UK, but I don't think they are in Europe yet. So you go to a crypto ATM, you put cash in and get crypto in your wallet. No need for a bank, no need for all those docs, accessible to all. Yes, all of you rule and law people and all you scared of illicit finance, there is a debate there. But we are talking about inclusion today. We are not talking about making rules to make the DOJ and the FBI's job easier. Okay, now, CEO of the Recording Academy, Harvey Mason Jr., discusses NFTs in this short clip. The Recording Academy puts on the award show and advocates for musicians and the music industry. So check this out.
The Recording Academy is teaming up with the NFT platform Oneof for exclusive Grammy NFTs. What can we expect there? What could you
Well, I'm really proud of it because it's something that is showing the innovation and kind of the next step of where I think not just the Grammys go, but music and entertainment is going into the digital space. Oneof is a green friendly Web3 company that we partnered with. Very excited. They are issuing NFTs this year for the first time ever, and it's been really well received. I think it's another way for artist community to hopefully monetize their work, whether that be music or art or other forms of entertainment and content. And it's just, for us, a first step and a foray into that space. I'm sure it'll evolve. I'm sure we'll do more. But it's something that we're proud of and we're able to get off the ground this year.
Yeah, building on that, Harvey, how do you see NFTs changing the music industry and shaping the future?
Well, I think NFTs, very much like other digital platforms or social media for that matter, gives artists and creators, whether that's songwriters, producers, otherwise in our ecosystem, the chance to have other opportunities to reach their fans, to communicate with them more directly, also to be able to monetize things. You know, one of the things we do at the Academy is to make sure that our community is able to make a good living, to monetize their art and be paid properly for what they do. You know, we're constantly advocating on their behalf in DC to make sure that legislation is passed so that intellectual property is protected and paid for appropriately. And I think NFTs and other sources of digital revenue are going to hopefully supplement that, and at some point will probably be a very large portion of how music people derive revenue.
Okay, so I think this is super awesome. Hopefully you could hear that. It was pretty low volume for me, but basically he's talking about how NFTs are coming into the market and they're adopting NFTs, and it says just the first step in the greater adoption of NFTs. NFTs are run on blockchains. They utilize crypto, so this is why it's big for crypto. It's also a Web3 application, and so something that he talks about down here. Let's see. Aside from NFTs disrupting the music industry, NFTs, like other digital platforms and social media, gives artists and creators, whether it's songwriters, producers, otherwise in our ecosystem, the chance to have other opportunities to reach their fans, communicate with them more directly. It's also saying that it says NFTs and other sources of digital revenue are going to hopefully supplement that, and at some point will probably be a very large portion of how music people derive revenue. As many of you might know, most musicians get their majority of their revenue from concerts. They don't actually get a lot of their money from like albums and streaming and stuff. And there's always like a middle person in between them. Okay, so anyway, so I think this is super awesome. And the NFT platform being used is called Oneof. This platform is built on the Tezos blockchain. So let's go in and talk about that. If I can get this out of the way. All right. Okay. Author Casey Ifeanyi, is that how you pronounce it? Yeah. Ifeanyi. Yeah, Ifeanyi. Casey Ifeanyi reports for Fast Company. Oneof wants to be the NFT marketplace for people who don't understand NFTs. Backed by my music legend Quincy Jones, Oneof wants to make buying NFTs as easy as buying regular merch. Tezos is a low energy and low transaction cost blockchain. This makes it more accessible and digestible for everyone. If you want to buy an NFT on Oneof, they accept Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Tezos. I think this is super awesome. But guess what? You don't have to use crypto. You could just use a credit card. That's right. Mass adoption. That's huge. Mass adoption is all about de-risking and accessibility. And if you're new to the channel, you know that I primarily report on risk and adoption. Risk of being a crypto investor or crypto holder, and adoption. Adoption is important for the continued adoption of the technology. Obviously, I just use the word in definition, but the way I see adoption is that the more adoption that comes in, the more likely the price of my holdings go up. This is not financial advice. That's just reality. And the only risk I see is regulatory risk. Now, so mass adoption is all about de-risking and accessibility. De-risking comes in the form of, unfortunately, government regulations. Crypto people, don't hate me, but for the masses, this is a fact. And accessibility means making transactions cheaper, and people like to hear that the blockchain is more green than others. But accessibility really means reducing friction. Now, people do not have to open an account with an exchange, then connect their bank account, send money from their bank account to the exchange, then buy Ethereum, send it to a wallet, then buy the NFT. Yes, if you're not in the crypto space, you're like, oh my gosh, that sounds like so much work. Yes, it is. It can take an hour. It could take a lot of time. Sometimes it could take more than one day for you to open up an account with an exchange and then to verify your accounts and send the money, blah, blah, blah. So now you can simply go onto the website, use a credit card, boom. That is super awesome. Let me read this excerpt for you here. Oh, past the story. Wait a minute. All right, let me just go down to the third last few. Okay, here we go. For its first drop today at noon, whenever this article was written, Oneof is partnering with the iHeartRadio Music Festival for an NFT giveaway contest. The first artist backdrop will be Doja Cat's in early September. While there are no details yet on what Doja Cat's sale will contain, Oneof in a way can be seen as merch 2.0. This is not, Doja Cat's is not important. What is important in this is seeing Oneof is a NFT platform like OpenSea. It is built on the Tezos blockchain, which is a low energy, low cost blockchain. And so it means like moving stuff around is super cheap. And Oneof lets you buy with a credit card, so you don't have to go through all the steps I just talked about. Okay, so the important part of this here is they're teaming up with iHeartRadio Music Festival, which is massive. A ton of people, whether they use crypto or not, are going to be there. They're trying to go. They're doing an NFT giveaway contest, so people will have the opportunity that maybe never been in crypto before to get an NFT. And all of a sudden, once they're in, they're going to be potentially more interested in it. Now listen to this. And it also says it could be seen as merch 2.0 for artists. So what does that mean? So right now, if you go to shows, you probably know people are selling hats and t-shirts and albums and stuff. Those sales go directly to the artist. It helps give them income and helps them keep coming back to give you more shows and entertainment. So if you love an artist or you really enjoy going to their shows, you probably want to support them by buying merchandise. Now, listen to this. There's all sorts of innovative ways that you can use NFTs to be merch. You can make it so that you have to be in a certain geographical area. For example, a festival to claim certain merch. You can gamify that merch, which leads to different experiences or different perks, or the ability to buy specific physical things. This is fascinating. So like, you can't just buy the merchandise if you want it, unless you're at the festival, so they can enable some sort of geo tracking thing. The idea is, how do we make Oneof easy, and how do we make it kind of attractive to the non-crypto fans? Dai adds, the music is more powerful than sports in some ways. What NBA Top Shops has done has really proven that NFTs are around a passion point, can really rally a fan base. So NBA Top Shots, in the least words as possible, it's basically like old school trading cards, baseball, basketball cards, and you can have NFTs. They're animated, and so they're saying that like fans get excited about this stuff. And so now they're saying that musicians can now sell merchandise by way of NFTs, and then you can make these, you can gamify them, you can make them active within the space, and lots of new ideas are coming online. So we're going to keep an eye on that. And so, like, what do you think about this? I think this news is super cool. It explains how NFTs are being adopted in ways that people can understand. You will own an NFT one day. That's a personal prediction of mine. What are your thoughts? Do you think that I'm crazy? Do you think that this news is bullish for crypto, is a sign of adoption? Do you think that this is all hype and going to go nowhere? Do you think that I'm way off? Please leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. And moving on. So our last story today is probably one of the biggest stories in mainstream adoption. I think last week and the week before were some of the biggest stories on the financial industry's adoption, which is a really big deal. You know, the more money gets into the space, the more the value of these coins go up. Not financial advice, of course. That's just how I understand it and my opinion. So I think this is one of the biggest stories of mainstream adoption. Check this out. Author Ornella Hernandez reports for Cointelegraph, Metamask rolls out Apple Pay integration and other iOS updates, starting with iPhone users. Metamask is adding integrations with payment gateways on its mobile wallet to increase options for buying crypto. If you've been watching or familiar with crypto, you know what MetaMask is. If you're new to the channel and or unfamiliar, MetaMask is the most popular crypto wallet. Go back and watch the videos on wallets. I will leave a link in the description below for those videos. High level on wallets. There are 3 types of wallets: centralized or a crypto exchange like Coinbase and Binance, crypto.com. Hot wallet, which is basically an app on your phone. And a cold wallet, which is basically a USB stick or USB drive you plug into your computer. MetaMask is a hot wallet. You download the app in the App Store, create a new account. Don't forget to save your keys. You'll know what I'm talking about when you do this. If you lose them, you cannot reset your wallet. But if you lose your password to your Coinbase account, you can reset your password. I don't know how they're going to deal with this with the Apple Pay integration, but I'm assuming that you need to make sure you keep those keys somewhere. Maybe write them down, take pictures of them, stick them in a safety deposit box or in a safe, maybe have multiple copies. I would not keep them on your phone or a Google Drive. Someone who gets access to that, they can get access to your MetaMask wallet. Okay. MetaMask is the most popular wallet in the world. It was created by Consensus, which is an Ethereum app building platform. Basically, you can build apps with them, build apps with Consensus on the Consensus platform for the Ethereum network. And okay, so MetaMask, Apple Pay. So basically what you need to know is you're going to be able to buy crypto with Apple Pay. But let me just read a couple paragraphs here. Consensus-owned MetaMask tweeted a thread of updates on Tuesday for iPhone and Apple Pay users. The main feature is the ability to buy cryptocurrency using a debit or credit card through the mobile application, eliminating the need to transfer Ether from a centralized exchange like Coinbase into the application. MetaMask uses 2 payment gateways, Wire and Transact, to support debit card and credit card transactions. Users can now use their Visa and MasterCard stored in Apple Pay to buy ETH and deposit a daily maximum of $400 into their wallets, thanks to the Wire API. Gas fees are reportedly lower, and according to MetaMask's tweets, some transactions may even be gasless. So gas is basically transaction costs. It's a transaction fee. So gas fees are reportedly lower, and according to MetaMask tweets, some transactions may even be gasless if done on a private blockchain or if a project pays for the gas on the user's behalf. So basically, it's like Amazon, find something on Amazon and them saying free shipping. The shipping is not free, they pay for it. So they're saying that some companies, blockchains, projects might just pay for your gas just to get you to come into their ecosystem. When completing an ETH transaction, MetaMask discloses that they do not earn a profit from gas fees. So they're just there to like help you facilitate transactions. How do they make money? That's a great question. How do they make money? I mean, I think you can swap your tokens, and I'm pretty sure that they make money on that. So there's applications within MetaMask, and but for this here, just to keep adoption coming, they really are doing as much as they can. And like if like Amazon giving you free shipping, I'm sure you'd rather use Amazon than anybody else is going to make you pay for shipping, especially if you're buying the same thing. So anyway, I think this is massive. I definitely think this is bigger than the Grammys integration. I only reported on that first because it just happened yesterday. Plus, if you saw the headline or heard this news and you're like, "Oh, that's a great idea," you'd probably make it to the end. So that's the news for today. I think this is like crazy huge. I think that the reality is that people are adopting crypto in a big way, and if they aren't, then they are going to have all the tools. It's like I've been saying from the beginning of the show, I think it's going to be integrated in ways that you can't even imagine right now. And you will be able to use Ethereum and the benefit, or sorry, you'll be able to use crypto and blockchain and NFTs, all this technology, and not even have to really understand how it all works. It could become integrated into your apps, just like it's being integrated into Apple Pay. And whether you like that or not, that's the best way for, I mean, entrepreneurs and capitalism is going to find a way to reduce the friction and increase adoption. So if you're a consumer and you use tech, you will probably have that integrated into your life somehow. And if you wanted to get into crypto, but you didn't want to deal with all the friction of opening an account, now you can set up a MetaMask wallet, just go into the App Store and download it. You can integrate it into your Apple Pay, and you can start buying crypto right now. If you have Venmo, you could already buy crypto. You can just go buy crypto. You see the little crypto app on the Venmo app on the bottom. There's a little couple of coins. You click on that and you can buy crypto today. So this is not financial advice, and this is just me being very excited about all this stuff. I have very little doubt that this is coming mainstream. The only thing I'm worried about is regulation, and it seems that whether the regulation you like it or not, it doesn't seem like it's going to stifle innovation as much as it's going to force it to become like the current banking system. Either way, I think that my crypto holdings are going to go up. What do you think? Leave a comment below. Let me know your thoughts. And remember, there's nothing guaranteed. This is not financial advice, but I want to hear your opinions. Please leave a comment below. If you're listening on podcast, please give me 5 stars and follow me. If you're watching on YouTube, please smash that subscribe button and ring the bell. It helps support the channel. It doesn't cost you anything. Have a good day. Hodl on.